Hello, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Larry Trottel, and welcome to Larry's Music Stories. Today's story's about a bookkeeper's son with a case of dynamite. Don't Take Me Alive by Steely Dan. It was written by Walter Becker and Donald Fagen, and it came out in 1976 on the classic album The Royal Scam. The track is a who's who of great musicians, with Chuck Rainey on bass, Rick Marotta on drums, and the incredible guitar work of Larry Carlton. Carlton played a '68 Gibson ES 335 standard sunburst guitar, which he plugged into a late 1950s Fender Tweed Deluxe amplifier, and he said the following: I decided to take my little Tweed Deluxe with my 335, and that became my lead sound. I had the guitar volume at 10, and the amp volume was only about 2 or 3, and there was no chord in front of the beginning of the song, and Donald finally said, why don't we just put a big chord in front of it? It was that simple. And that opening chord feeds back because I was standing right in front of the speaker. As far as who this song was written about, it's probably a mix of more than one person, but many believe it was inspired heavily by a story that was in the news about a member of the Sterling Hall Bombers, David Sylvan Fine. The song's lyrics say, I'm a bookkeeper's son, and Fine was a bookkeeper's son. The song lyrics say, I crossed my old man back in Oregon, and Fine was born in Portland, Oregon. The song lyrics say, got a case of dynamite, and David Fine was involved in the bombing at the University of Wisconsin in 1970 that used a massive amount of dynamite. David Fine was arrested January of 1976. The Royal Scam came out just 4 months later in May of 1976. Fun fact, the luckless pedestrian in the song was referring to a physics researcher named Robert Fasnacht, who was the only one to be killed in the tragic bombing. How great is that? I hope you enjoyed this story. Till next time, remember what the great Ian Anderson said. Life's a long song, but the tune ends too soon for us all.